Hello everyone, we are Punya Study Circle and we extend a cordial welcome to you all in our classroom. In our last lecture we studied about partnership and types of partnerships that we can have in India. In our today's lecture we are going to learn about merits of partnership form of business organization as well as demerits besides type of partners that we can have in Indian context of partnership. Very first, starting with the meaning of partnership, to recapitulate you, partnership is a relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business which is carried on by all or any of them four. All is going to called as partnership form. When two or more persons come together to join hand to start a business, share the profit and losses of it, and make use of collective skills in order to attain that objective which have been determined by them in earlier or starting of the business is called partnership form of business organization. Here we are having some merits which partnership form of business organization offers over other forms of business organization as well as demerits that we are going to or still suffering with. Here I have listed merits, we are having demerits, types of partner, full-fledged partners and non-full-fledged partners. Very first, when we are talking about merits, is the formation. The formation of partnership form is much easier as compared to company or corporation form of business organization, cooperative society form of business organization. In this case, we do not have to go and complete many legal formalities. It means the registration of partnership form is still optional. If we want to get it registered, we need to prepare partnership deed. If we do not want to get it registered, we need not to prepare partnership deed. Even we can have an oral agreement, an oral understanding among or between the partners who are going to establish such kind of business organization. Whenever we are talking about a corporate or company form of business organization, a lengthy time and resource consuming process has to be followed. Article of association, memorandum of association, deed of directors, etc., prospectus, etc. We have to prepare many documents which involves huge cost and huge effort. So as compared to company form of business organization, the formation of partnership form of business organization is much easier. Here we are having balanced decision. Balanced decision than sole tradership form of business organization, but they are still less balanced against the company and cooperative society form of business organization. In case of sole tradership, we are having a single person who has to make all the decisions, and no one is so leveraged with the knowledge that he has understanding of all the aspect and all the activities being performed in discharging his work responsibility. That is why we say more brains are better than few brains. They have more knowledge, they can undertake responsibility of different activities being performed in the business organization. So in that case, if they make decisions by common discussions, mutual understanding, that decision is going to be more balanced and less risky. Then more financial resources. Similarly is true for the resources of more than two persons are always more than the resources at the disposal of a single person, be that is going to be capital, technological know-how and even the intellectual power. If we are having more resources, we can use them for facilitating expansion and diversification of our partnership firm organization business. Then we are having division of risk. We are allowing other persons to get into partnership or to become the owner, to get right to make decisions, to get share in the profit. In that case, they will have to also share the risk or the chance of occurrence of loss. If we have less profit, they will always get less profit. If we are having loss, even they will also have share in loss. In that case, risk also get to reduce or get to divided among all the partners or between all the partners that are the part and parcel of partnership firm. Finally, we are having secrecy. In case of partnership firm, we are having more secrecy than company form of business organization and cooperative society form of business organization, where we are having more than 10%. In case of company, public company is having infinite number of members, whereas the private company does have up to 200 members. So our secrecy in case of partnership firm, where maximum 15 persons can form a partnership, will be more better than them, but it will be less than the secrecy enjoyed by sole tradership and joint Hindu family, because the knowledge or fact about business risk remain in the mind or within the quartile of the family house. That is why they are having more secrecy, but the company and cooperative society form of business organization are having less secrecy as compared to partnership firm. Here we should also discuss about the limitations that the partnership form of business organization still suffer. Very first is the unlimited liability. In case of general partnership, we are having unlimited liabilities of the partner. That means even their private properties can be placed at the disposal of firm to meet its liability. Partners are having more risk as compared to the limited liability partnership. Then we are having limited resources. Yes, partnership firm does have limited resources when we are comparing these quantum of resources against the cooperative society and company form of business organizations, where we are having large number of members that are subscribing to the share capital of company and the capital of cooperative society. In this case, we can say yes, the number of persons are less in case of partnership, so they are having less quantum of resources available at their disposal, less quantum of skill and expert managers, and companies can afford more expert managers against the partnership form of business organization. Lack of harmony. It is the main reason behind 50% failures of partnership firm. Moreover, they are not having any return agreement. If they have return agreement, the dispute can be resolved with the help of it. But if when they are not having a return document, a return partnership deed, in that case it becomes very difficult. They have to resort to the court of law, and it takes loads of time. It loses them their social reputation. That is why partnership form of business organization is less preferred. They either prefer to form sole tradership, joint Hindu family, or corporate form of business organization, where there is less possibility of dispute arousal among the partners. Here, this is going to be one of the main disadvantages, that about 40-50% of partnership cannot survive for first 5 years of their lifespan. And the reason being the conflict and confusion disputes that arise among the partners. They may be related to authority to make decisions, participation in the conduct of business activity, of sharing of profit and loss. Then we are having lack of public faith or lack of continuity. The existence of partnership firm depend upon the understanding among the partner. As they lose confidence in each other or they compromise their faith, partnership get to dissolve. If partnership is for the objective, that will automatically get dissolved with the attainment of objective or with the completion of period. If partnership is at will and you are reaching the terms of agreement, in that case any partner can dissolve partnership by giving a return notice to other partners. In this case, or insolvency and lunacy of any of the partner may be the cause of dissolution of partnership firm. That is why it is having less permanent existence as compared to company form of business organization, which is having permanent existence, or cooperative society does to have permanent existence because members go in and members go out. Existence of company and cooperative society does not get affected, but in case of sole tradership and partnership form, the survival of partners or owners as well as their understanding among themselves is the main reason behind survival of business organization in case of sole tradership and partnership form of business organization. Lack of public faith, just because of disputes among the partners or lack of understanding, lack of cooperation among the partners, public do have minimum belief. Also, their documents are not subjected to publication. As in case of company, we are having responsibility to publish our documents. That is why we can say that in case of company, public does have more trust because they can check their financial statement through registrar of companies or through any of the national newspaper in which they get published compulsorily. But in case of partnership, we do not have to publish any kind of financial or internal affair information which remains within the quartile of partnership firm. That is why public has less degree of trust in these kind of business organization. Now we are going to talk about types of partner. We can have two types of partner, full-fledged partners and non-full-fledged partners. Full-fledged partners are those partners who invest capital and regularly take part or irregularly take part in conduct of business activities, as well as they have share in the profit or losses of the business organization. Non-full-fledged partners are those full-fledged partners who either extend just their name or legally determined as partners, but some of them do not have liability to share the losses, some of them do not have right to take part in the conduct of business affairs, or others who have no right to take part in the profit division of the firm. Very first, talking about full-fledged partner, active partner. Active partners are those partners who contribute capital towards establishment and conduct of business. They regularly take part in the conduct of business affairs and claim their share in profits, or called active partners. Those partners whom devote their capital for establishment and conduct of business affairs irregularly. That means somehow they take part in the conduct of business affairs, they claim share in the profits, or called sleeping partner or rare partner. Then we are having secret partner. Any person who is part and parcel of partnership firm, but he is not known as a partner on the face of partnership firm or to the third parties. That is called secret partner. He invests money, he take part in the conduct of business affairs and decision making, and he also claims share in profit and losses, but he is not known as partner to specifically third party. Maybe he is having mention in the partnership deed. Then we are coming to talk non-full-fledged partner, nominal partner. Nominal partners are those helping hand who just extend or grant authority to use their name as a partner in partnership firm. Neither they invest capital nor they claim any share in the profit and losses. Those helping hands are called as nominal partner. For like a reputed businessman can allow his friend to use his name as a partner so that he can easily get more customers when he is establishing a new business entity as partnership firm. Second is the partners by holding out. You know, many times some people behave to the third party as if they are partner in a particular partnership firm, but actually they are not. And if such third party extend any kind of financial help to the firm on the behalf that he is going to be a partner or he is an existing partner in that partnership firm or going to enter into any agreement with the partnership firm just because of his word that he is a partner in the partnership firm, in that case the person can also be considered as responsible for recovery of that debt and to share negatives of that agreement which third party has entered into with the partnership firm just because of his behavior as he is a partner. It's called partners by holding out. Then we are having partner by stopper. You know, partner by holding out is the person who has never been the partner of partnership firm, but in case a retiring partner or a retired partner still behave to the third party as if still he is the partner in the partnership firm, and third party use this reference to behave with the partnership firm. In that case, though he has retired, yet he can be considered back as the partners and will share the responsibility in the same ratio as he was sharing as a partner when he acted in the partnership firm. Is called partner by stopper. Then we are having limited partners. Limited partners are those partners whose liability remain limited to the extent of amount invested by them in partnership firm. More than that, nothing can be recovered from them. That means whatever they are having at risk is the amount or capital invested by them in the partnership firm. Then we are having minor partner. Though Indian Contract Act 1872 prohibit to enter a minor into any agreement, he is not having capacity to enter into agreement or to be a party of agreement. Still, Partnership Act 1932 section 30 allows to admit a minor as a partner just to have share in the profit. If there is any loss, he is not going to suffer any kind of that loss, and there is special provision to get his consent once he gained the age of maturity. He is given the time period, he is asked for the consent. If he does not disclose that consent, he will be considered liable for those acts which were made by the firm during his tenure of minorhood. Next, you may have another kind of partner that is called partners for share in profit. Such kind of people do invest capital but do not have any right to take part in the conduct of business affair, but they claim their share in the profit as agreed among all the partners. This is all about advantages, limitations, and types of partner. In our next lecture, we are going to discuss about cooperative form of business organization, that is cooperative society. If you enjoyed our lecture, don't forget to subscribe this channel, share this lecture with your friends, and like this video. Dear students, we are coming very soon with another kind of videos that are related to economics and mathematics. Till then, have a goodbye, good time.